What's going on, everyone? Chris back with another video. This is going to be my full review of the Google Pixel 3a XL. I've basically been using this since the launch date back in May, and I absolutely love this phone. Several reasons why. One, yes, even though the phone is made out of plastic, it's light. It's actually usable in one hand. It's not heavy, like I mentioned. It just feels great, even though it is plastic. It's a nice premium plastic feeling device. I don't feel like I have to baby the phone. I can just slide it in my pocket. Yes, I use a case on it, but it's not like I have to be afraid if I drop it, the glass might shatter or anything like that. So for the value in terms of build quality and just the overall feel in your hand, it's really great. Secondly, battery life has been amazing on this. I am running currently the Android Q Beta 5 on this right now. But even still, even when it was running Android Pie, the latest update at the time, this was getting easily 6 hours of screen on time. I could go full day, 6 hours, and there's still maybe 30% battery left. And that shocks me. Yes, it is running a mid-range chip. It's not something that you have to really worry about. It does handle everything smoothly. It's responsive. Android Q Beta 5 is a little more laggy and buggy, but that's just beta. That's just how it is. But stable day-to-day usage, this is pretty great. Another thing, it has a headphone jack. Most phones don't have a headphone jack. I'm able to listen and charge the phone at the same time, which uses fast charging power delivery. 18 watts down here at the bottom. So if you have another Pixel device, if you have let's say a laptop that uses power delivery charging, then you can just use the same cable and it's convenient. The second is the fingerprint scanner is fast. Devices that are using the in-display fingerprint scanner, those I don't like, hence why I'm not even using my OnePlus 7 Pro, is because for that reason. I just never got used to it. It's not fast enough. This still uses the capacitive rear fingerprint scanner, which is great, and you can still swipe down from the back to open your notification shade. I am using the dark theme, as you can see here. Standard Pixel launcher. I am using Nap Time by Franco, and that also helps improve battery life as well. And then, of course, you can't forget about the camera on this device. If you want a phone that captures amazing photos without having to spend $600+, then this is going to be the phone for you. I'm going to show some photos here across California, a lot of landscapes, the ocean. Captures a really great detail. The night sight on this is amazing, and it basically brings light out where there isn't, and it's amazing. You basically are getting the Pixel 3 camera on a device that is costing $399, $379, $479, depending on. There's tons of deals that going on right now, like at Best Buy, Amazon. At launch, they had a $100 gift card when you purchased it. Prime Day, they had a $100 gift card at Amazon, and then Best Buy has deals depending on your carrier too. So this is really obtainable. This is the purplish color. I love it. I like the uniqueness of it. It's not just standard black and white, and then you have this really nice neon yellow colored button on the side. Speakers are great. They have your front earpiece, which doubles as a secondary speaker, and then you have another speaker grill down here at the bottom. No issues in that regard either. The display could be a little better in terms of off-axis viewing, as well as overall brightness in daylight. That could be improved, but it's nothing I'm going to complain about, especially for the price. And if you haven't seen already my previous video in terms of 10 things you should know about the Pixel 3a or 3a XL. Check that video out if you are interested in picking this up. There are some things that you're going to want to know, such as there's no secondary front-facing camera. It's not water resistant. It uses slower eMMC storage versus UFS. So, but overall, like, I haven't really noticed a difference too much in terms of like app installation speed or app loading. App loading speed, yes, is a little slower. That's also attributed to not only just the slower eMMC, but at the same time the slower processor. But it is still reasonably fast and responsive, that's for sure. I honestly don't really have any sort of issue in that regard. So I mean, yeah, I really like this phone. I mean, if you're in a market to pick up a phone without spending a lot of money, this is going to probably be my go-to device. Yes, there are the Xiaomi's of the world and other devices that you can import and things like that. But this, like, if you're in the US market, this is a fantastic option just because of the fact you have an amazing camera. Battery life is fantastic. There's no wireless charging or anything, but you're not going to have to worry about that if you're using the fast power delivery fast charging at the bottom. Again, this is like super responsive. Yes, you can play games. So if we, let's say, for example, open up PUBG Mobile, that's actually, I haven't even installed the update yet on it, so not going to be able to really do that. But you're going to be able to play PUBG Mobile pretty well, actually, considering the chipset is essentially the same chip that's in the Pixel 2 XL, which is a flagship of over a year, almost 2 years now. And it's a little bit faster than that one, even though this is technically like a mid-range chip that's inside here. It does have 4 gigs of RAM, so in terms of like app retainability in the background, so if we go back to all the way, for example, to like Facebook, yes, the app is going to reload. At times, yes, when I am doing a lot of heavy app switching and like copy pasting, going between different apps with some things in the background, it does hiccup and slow down just a tad bit, and weird, but I don't know if that's going to be attributed to the Q Beta 5 that I'm running or not. I've noticed more slowness, kind of sluggishness from time to time using the Q Beta 5 than I ever did with Android Pie. So that there's that. And yeah, you have call screen, which is awesome. You're able to, if a phone call comes in, use Google Assistant to screen the call. So if you don't want to answer it, or if you think it's a spam, then that's taken care of for you. You get all the features of a Pixel on here. Super fast updates. You know, at least you get a monthly update every single month for security patches. And then you're going to be the first to get new Android versions as well, because obviously it's from Google, it's a Pixel, so you're going to be able to at least opt into future betas of Android before they're released, and then get basically the next version of Android right away. You don't get, unfortunately, the original quality of unlimited storage in Google Photos. It is just high quality. So here we can see it's like high quality, it's free unlimited, and then original. So unfortunately, you don't get that compared to like Pixel 3, Pixel 2, or the original Pixel. They have taken away that feature, unfortunately, but not a big deal. You're still going to be able to see your really great high quality photos from this without that feature, just because I think it's up to like an 18 megapixel photo when it starts to downsize or downsample the quality. So this is only a 13 megapixel rear camera, not a big issue there. At night, screen brightness gets super dim as well, which is really nice if you're doing a lot of reading at night and things like that. Which I like and I do. Unfortunately, not really the best thing for your health. But in terms of like features, you do have like the active edge feature where you can squeeze the side of the phone and be able to activate Google Assistant. Again, this is Android Q Beta 5. That could be a completely separate video if you want to see in depth on that in that regard. But right now, like I said, I've been using this since launch in middle of May. It is 64 gigs of storage. There's no other storage variant. But right now I have about 50, almost just under 60% storage used. So that's something to consider if you are, let's say, a lot of games installed or apps. Right now, other apps 18 gigs, and then system is 13 gigs there. But Google Photos and videos and things like that, that's all going to be uploaded to Google Photos anyways. So you're not having to really worry about the storage on your device for those. But yeah, I can say without a doubt, this is fantastic. It now is attainable on pretty much any carrier. Best Buy has unlocked variants, which I would always recommend instead of getting an actual carrier version. And they have this in white and black, and then this purplish color also. So yeah, I really like this phone. And like I said, I've been using this over my OnePlus 7 Pro. Yes, the flagships of today are definitely smoother in terms of fluidness, speed, and just like getting things done. But for the most part, this is going to get all of those same things done equally as well, maybe just a tad hair slower, if that. Just to keep in mind, just know that you're not getting the latest flagship processor on this device, but again, super thin. This is the XL, and I don't have the biggest hands, but I can actually use the phone without having to really worry of it being too heavy or too tall or anything like that. The vibration haptics are great on this, basically the same as the Pixel 3, Pixel 2 XL. So it's nice to be able to tap on consistently on here, and you have that nice responsiveness when you're interacting with the phone and typing, and vibrations all together. Sound is great with the dual speakers. They sound quite good, especially for this price point. If you guys have any questions on the Pixel 3a XL, comments, let me know down in the comments down below. I'll help you out, answer any sort of questions that you might have. I am planning on doing another video on, let's say, unlocking the bootloader, flashing a custom kernel, things like that, see how much that helps in terms of daily performance and battery life. When Franco releases his kernel, that'll be a great option to try out. But right now, I couldn't be happier. I haven't needed to really mess with the phone in terms of rooting or custom ROMs or anything like that. That was my full review. I'll leave in the description where you can pick this up on Amazon, my affiliate link. That would be appreciated. If you are wanting to pick one up, use my link. That'd be great. And as always, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.